Was it too hard? Actually, that leads to a question for you. Was the pace so make it too hard for your students?
So Larry, what was the concept behind the MBAI module approach?
We came up with buckets that would be more integrative of various topics within our core curriculum. They were roles that you would be an analyzer, you would be an investor, you'd be a communicator, you'd be a leader. And then the idea, of course, just a little bit further, is that we would pour these into the immersion experience to take advantage of your undergrad background, your 2 to 5 years of experience, and then be able to ramp up very quickly so you could get almost immediately into elective coursework with other MBAs.
So what was the concept behind the investor module in particular?
The investor bucket was intended, since you have had accounting and finance in undergrad and also been, in your case, in the financial industry for a number of years, we wanted to take it so that we can move to conceptual understanding, integrating with other areas of the curriculum, and getting you excited about exploring new avenues in finance. So it's more in the finance area, obviously, but it was meant to be more integrative with other aspects of the curriculum.
And how did you come to teach the course?
I love teaching new things. I have an MBA, not a PhD, and so my teaching is always from the standpoint of what would I have wanted to know if I was an MBA? What did I wish I had in my MBA experience? I have my functional areas of expertise in accounting and finance and entrepreneurship, but I had this view about what integrated information students would enjoy and would benefit from. That's why I joined the team, and I'm happy I did.
Great, we really enjoyed the module.
Well, good. Tell me a little bit about your background before coming to USF for the MBA and what you were trying to accomplish as your next step with obtaining your MBA.
I have my undergrad degree in economics from University of Economics in Prague, Czech Republic, and I also have my master's degree in international business. But an MBA was something I've always wanted to do, and especially on an American university. So having lived in San Francisco for the last 4 years and having worked for a major financial services company in the Bay Area called Franklin Templeton, I felt like attending USF, which is known for its rigorous academic study, was the best fit for me.
So Linda, when we went through the module, you survived it and survived it well. How has that experience and learning from this module impacted your selection of coursework and maybe you're thinking about your own career?
I'm drawn to the financial services industry, and at the same time I'm really passionate about communications. So I'm trying to figure out how to combine those two.
How did the module itself work for you?
The module was really great for me because having come from economic background, I needed to brush up on my finance. And so it gave a great overview of the basic financial concepts. We've learned how to analyze, understand, and interpret financial statements. We learned how to do ratio analysis. And then later on, we progressed to more advanced topics such as forecasting, assessing companies' growth, or making capital decisions. So I'm really glad that I've learned some of the basic MBA toolkit techniques, such as how to calculate the NPV, the IRR, which is the internal rate of return, how to use the capital asset pricing model, and actually evaluate companies.
Great to hear that. Now, we covered all this in 8 sessions. Was the pace too fast or too rigorous?
It was challenging. It was definitely challenging, but that's part of why I really like being part of the cohort, because I felt like we were a pre-selected group of students who were really results-driven, who did their homework, who worked on their team, and really made sure the work gets done. And so after the final, it was just very rewarding, and we felt like we've learned a lot, and we were ready to move on into the electives.
So that final wasn't too bad? It was long.
It was long, and thank God it was a take-home. So I was able to work on it, but it definitely took me a weekend to work on it, but it was very gratifying to understand how to value a company. And to just learn this in 8 sessions was amazing to me, and I was very proud of myself at the end.
I don't know if I've told you this, but you were the #1 student in the final exam. So you crushed that final exam.
Thank you.
Yeah. Excellent paper.
What I really liked about that it was a real life. We analyzed the company from its annual report. So it was something that I could easily do in my real life job, and it was very relevant. So one of the things that I've learned here at the USF MBA is that I can do anything. And it's really rewarding, and it sort of makes me be fearless, because if I can accomplish this in 8 sessions and learn how to evaluate a company, I can really do anything.
What you see in the MBA program, decisions are ambiguous. There is no one right answer. And so the fearlessness comes from your understanding of the concepts and your confidence that you could apply them and know that you'll have the basis, and if you're in the right team with those disciplines, similar to what you're experiencing with the cohort, that you'll have the best or the optimal solution with those perspectives. So you're definitely on the right track of being fearless. We have several MBA options for prospective students. Would you recommend this program to people with your background?
Yes, I would definitely recommend the MBAI intensive program for someone who already has their business undergrad, who just want to jump right in the water and who like to be busy, because we did meet 3 to 4 times a week after a full day of working. So it's definitely for someone who is results driven, who wants to advance their career fast and who is willing to work hard. So Larry, did the investor module satisfy you as a teacher, as part of the faculty?
Well, it's a challenging topic to teach. It was very satisfying because the class kept up. It was probably the hardest working group of students I've had here at USF. They were committed to their own understanding, committed to their learning, and I found that very gratifying. When you were considering coming back for an MBA, I'm sure you looked at other alternative programs, and what drew you to the USF MBA?
I really wanted to get my MBA done fast, part-time. I was working full-time and I didn't want to leave my career. So I really like that USF offered this program that is in less than 2 years we can get our MBA. It's also for students who already have business background, so I knew I wouldn't have to go over macroeconomics again, and it seemed advanced. That's something that really drew me to it. Also, the small size of our cohort was very attractive. There were only 18 people in our cohort, which really helped feel free to discuss various topics in the class.
In your undergrad and your previous master's programs, were those larger schools with larger class sizes?
Yes, in my undergrad and grad school in the Czech Republic, we had much larger cohorts, and so it was not as welcoming to make a point in a class.
Well, I had a similar background. I went to a large state university and had very large classes where I didn't know many of my classmates, nor did I really know the professor. In fact, I worked a lot with teachers' assistants because I was insulated in a way from these very prestigious, in some cases Nobel Prize winning professors. So it's part of what draws me as a teacher to USF, is to be able to have that kind of interaction in the classroom and to develop some understanding and relationships with our students.
Yes, in fact, the relations with the faculty are one of the greatest things here. I feel like I can always approach you, whether it's with a homework issue or brainstorming for my paper or career. The USF faculty is very approachable.
Well, it's part of the compensation that happens to professors here, is that we don't get bonuses. Our bonus is seeing what happens to our students when they graduate. So we're happy to help you.
Thank you.
Part of the learning is also to become part of our community, and that would involve alumni. So have you taken the time to meet some alumni, and can you describe how that's been going for you?
The school is actually doing a great job in putting us in touch with alumni. We just had our 8th career week, and we had a speed networking event with alumni, where we were able to meet with alumni from different businesses and different areas, be it marketing, finance, clean tech, high tech, etc. So it was really nice to see how the alumni are still involved and how they're willing to help the students, especially in this challenging market environment.
Did you have dinners or cocktail parties with the Alumni Society? Have you done any of those functions yet?
Yes, we also have what's called Thirsty Thursdays, which is a weekly event where students can go and mingle with the alumni and students.
Thirsty Thursday. I have to say that's past my bedtime, and I wish I were young again to go to Thirsty Thursday. I think you guys start at like 10. Yeah, so I'm sure the alumni are there and you're talking to them and they're giving you all these lies about Professor Louis, about, don't listen to a word he says, and that, his final's a bitch, but he's actually okay.